Today we're going to make an upcycled chain necklace, so let's see how it's done. It's the perfect opportunity to go through the necklaces and bracelets that you have at home that you no longer wear, that you don't throw away because you think they're actually nice and you might wear them. So this might be the perfect opportunity to make something from them that you will definitely wear. I usually keep my broken chains and chain offcuts in bags by colour, so I will be making my necklace in gold, but you can of course make it in any plating colour that you want or in mixed plating. The other thing that I have with me is a bag of jump rings, and I have literally picked up an assortment of jump rings from my trays, and the plating colours in them vary ever so slightly, but I thought this might be a good opportunity to use them up. I'm going to start off by separating my chains to find the chains that I need to make the necklace. When I'm doing this, I'll be looking to find chain that's of a similar gauge, and any chains that are too short I will just put to one side, as I will not be able to use them. So having gone through my bag, I've separated my chains into curb chain, which is more or less the same width, and I'm going to have to measure it and decide which ones I can actually use for my necklace. The other important thing to make sure is that you can put a jump ring through the chain. If you've got snake chain or some flat snake chains, you will not be able to use it for this necklace because you have to be able to join the chains with a jump ring. I've put the fine chain, of which I need 60 centimeters here, the medium sized chain, which I'm hoping to use to close and open the necklace, here. The other thing that I've looked for while I was tidying up my chain is a clasp that I can use, and I'm just going to check that it works, and a ring. I need a ring that I can feed the clasp through, because that's how I plan on finishing the chain. So I think I've found one here, and I'm going to keep these parts to use as well. To get my chain ready and to assemble it, I will be using flat nose pliers, cutters and round nose pliers. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be measuring my lengths of chain and cutting them so that they're 18 centimeters long. So now that I've sorted out my chain and I've cut my lengths, I need 12 sections of 18 centimeters, and I have actually cut a few more than I need just so that I can lay them out and decide how they look together, because some of them might be too thin or too flimsy. So I just thought I'd get a few extras ready. I've also got my length, my 60 centimeter length of fine chain, and when I cut this one, for now I've just left the little jump ring at the end because that might come in handy. I'm not sure if I need it or not at this stage, but I have left it in there. And then I have my 18 centimeters of oval chain, which is what I will be using to close the necklace. So I've got that ready as well. And what I will do is I will just put them next to each other on my board or on a table, just so I get an idea of how it looks when it's assembled. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and one last one, and I will use the same one again. Now that I've got my 18 centimeter sections all ready and laid out in the pattern that I want them to be, I'm going to show you how to assemble them. So I'm going to grab the first one and fold it in half. Then I'm going to take a jump ring and carefully open it with my flat nose pliers. I'm going to feed one end of the chain on it, followed by the second end. I'll just carefully move it along so it's easier to grab. And then with my chain in half, I'm going to try and find the middle link, and I'm going to feed that link onto my open jump ring as well. And I will carefully close it, making sure there is no gap. And this should make my first link. I'm going to take the second length of 18 centimeters and I'm going to fold it in half like so and feed it through the first loop. I will lay it down while I get the next jump ring ready. Again, I'll just grab hold of the jump ring and carefully open it, and I will put the two ends of the chain on it carefully and the middle link as well, and close it. So now I have the first two links ready, and I continue in exactly the same way to link all 12 sections of chain. So always put it down, grab your next section of chain, fold it in half, feed it, through the link that you made previously. Then I suggest you lay it down flat so that you know which the last link is. Open a jump ring and join it as previously. When you've joined 5 of your chain lengths together to make 5 links, at this point you could just use this length of chain to make a bracelet. You will need to put a clasp and a little extended chain on it, but it's the perfect length. And if you've got any extra chain left over, or if you prefer a bracelet to a necklace, you might want to stop at this point. I will carry on to finish off my 12 links and show you how I finish off the necklace. Next, I'm going to join the 60 centimeters of fine chain to the necklace, and I'm going to do this by putting 2 jump rings right at the end and attaching these jump rings to the last jump rings on the necklace. So I'll put the chain through it, then I will feed the jump ring through the last jump ring, and with my flat nose pliers I'll carefully close it, making sure there are no gaps. And I repeat the same for the second side. So I'm going to feed my fine chain through a jump ring, then through the last jump ring of the loops, so now my fine chain is attached to my loops. You can choose to make it longer or shorter. At 60 centimeters it will be slightly longer. It's really how you want it to look. The last thing I need to do in order to finish my necklace is attach the oval link chain at the top. And my oval link chain will end up being folded in half to make the necklace look seamless. So there's two things I need to do. I need to put the fastener on one side, and I need to put the ring that I've kept on the other side so that I can feed the chain through it. The first thing I'm going to do is attach my fastener to one end of the chain, and I do this with a jump ring. So open your jump ring, feed your fastener through it. The last link of the chain, and carefully close it. Next, I remove the ring that I found, and I will feed the chain at the top through this ring. I'm going to attach this ring to the top of my chain, and you will need a slightly larger jump ring for that, so that you're able to feed it through it. So I'll open the jump ring and I will put it through the top jump ring, and I will feed my ring through it and close it. So all I've got left to do now is join this chain to the rest of the chain. I will do so with a jump ring on the other side. Open it, put it through the last jump ring, through the last link in the chain, carefully close it. Now that I've attached the ring to one side and the chain to the other, my necklace is finished. And what I can do is feed the oval chain with the clasp through the ring and back on itself, and close it on any of the links, so it creates a seamless chain. And here we go, upcycled chain necklace.